A verdict has been reached in the murder trial of a former Pasco police officer accused of killing a woman in Spokane over 30 years ago. And there's been a new development in the debate on whether or not to allow retail cannabis in West Richland city limits.
I'm tracking patchy freezing fog this morning. We have a high wind warning for Northeast Oregon today. We could see wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. It's all ahead in your first alert forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Good morning to you.
Good morning. And how are you doing on this Wednesday?
I'm trying to get adjusted to this early morning.
Definitely. And how has it been going for you?
It's going pretty good. I finally got some sleep last night.
That's good. Always good to hear it. All right. Well, what do we have coming up for our forecast?
Well, right now, let's take a look at our satellite and radar tracking some rain and freezing rain this morning, mainly in the Kittitas Valley. A few stragglers going through the Yakima area today. That should start to taper off a little bit later this morning, but again, there's a slight chance of stray showers, and that fog and freezing fog is also an issue into our area. Let's take a peek at visibility around the area with fog dense in places, especially towards Walla Walla. We see that dense fog right here. Not too bad in Prosser, Tri-City seeing a little bit of that, but dense fog up through the Kittitas Valley. Right now, our Legends Casino Skycam, 33 degrees out, mostly clear in the Columbia Basin. Our feels like temp is 33. Winds are light, but that's not going to be the case as we have a high wind warning for Northeast Oregon today. We're going to be tracking some gusty winds up to 60 miles an hour. Temperatures elsewhere around our region. We're chilly right now in Pendleton and Walla Walla. 37 degrees in Yakima. Here's that area we're talking about for the strong winds. We could see gusts 60 plus miles an hour. That could be a problem on I-84, especially for like big rig trucks and high profile vehicles. So patchy freezing fog this morning. Those strong gusty winds were drying up. It should be a nice day on Thursday, and get ready for some weekend showers and mountain snow. Lots to talk about. Your first alert full weather forecast. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. There's been a major update in the murder trial of a former Pasco police officer. Richard Aguirre has been found guilty of first-degree murder in the killing of Ruby Doss over 30 years ago in Spokane. Aguirre waived his right to a jury trial, and during his ruling, the judge said that despite Doss's status as a sex worker, she was a human and a victim. DNA testing of a condom found at the crime scene linked Aguirre to the killing. The judge also believed straw found in Doss's hair and personal items that were found hidden under straw were evidence of a struggle between her and Aguirre.
The method of killing through strangulation and multiple blunt force strikes to the head, the time it would take of over 3 minutes to die by strangulation, and the multiple, at least 5 blunt force strikes to miss Doss's head are factors relevant to establish premeditation.
Aguirre's original 2021 trial in this case ended in a mistrial after the jury couldn't reach a verdict. This time, sentencing is scheduled for February 5th. Aguirre faces up to life in prison. New developments in the murder case against Brian Kohberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in their off-campus house last year. The judge overseeing the case has agreed to place under seal a reconsideration motion by the defense to dismiss the proceedings. This follows last week when the judge denied a defense request to throw out the charges against Kohberger. He's accused of killing Madison Mogen, Kaylee Consalves, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle in November of 2022. Kohberger has denied any wrongdoing with not guilty pleas to first-degree murder charges entered on his behalf. The prosecution has proposed trying Kohberger next summer. The decision on whether or not to allow pot shops inside West Richland city limits has once again been delayed by the city. This debate has been going on for quite some time. At the City Council's most recent meeting, the Mayor Pro Tem of West Richland suggested waiting on a final decision until after voters have a chance to weigh in. The council is now looking at an advisory vote sometime in 2024. Later on Good Morning Northwest, we'll delve into the process and hear some of the arguments from the City Council meeting. 5 proposals to dispose of a specific type of firefighting foam have been put forth by the Washington State Department of Ecology. Officials are looking for the public's input since disposing it has potential risks that could impact air and water quality, wildlife, cultural resources, and human health. Frankie Thompson reports.
When firefighters put out flames sparked by flammable liquids like gasoline, diesel, or oil, they use what's called AFFF, aqueous film-forming foam.
And what it does is it smothers the flames and cuts them off from oxygen. It works very well, but older formulations of AFFF contain a chemical known as PFAS, and that's been shown to be toxic. It's shown to affect human health.
Andrew Winnicky with Washington State Department of Ecology says most fire departments have an old stock of AFFF containing PFAS, and when that foam is used, the runoff trickles into the aquatic ecosystem.
AFFF, though, has been linked to contamination at drinking water wells in many communities across our state and across the country. And so, you want to keep toxic chemicals away from that. This is something that can cause cancer. It can cause other health problems. And so we want to make sure we collect it, we safely dispose of it, and we're protecting our community.
Winnicky says the state is working with fire departments to collect their old supply of AFFF and help agencies transition to a safer formula. But that leaves the question, what will happen to the toxic foam?
PFAS are known as forever chemicals because they're so durable, they're so difficult to destroy. And so you might imagine, it takes some energy and takes some effort to safely dispose of these.
The state is now welcoming public comment on its ideas to safely collect, transport, and dispose of the PFAS firefighting foam. In its environmental impact statement draft, the Department of Ecology outlines 5 proposals.
We can incinerate them, but we want to make sure we incinerate all of that chemical and really destroy it. You can pump it thousands of feet down underground into what's called a disposal well, or you can mix it with other materials and solidify it and then put it in a landfill.
As the public helps the state weigh all the options in eliminating the toxic foam, Winnicky says what's decided will support efforts towards a cleaner, safer Washington.
Each of these options, they have trade-offs. There's no simple path forward, but we want to make sure we're picking the best one for the community and the safest one for, our environment and for the future.
Public comment is open online and by mail now through February 5th. The Department of Ecology is hosting 2 virtual information sessions in January. The first is January 17th on Zoom, starting at 10 in the morning. The second is January 31st, also on Zoom, starting at 1 p.m. Many people will be traveling back home from their holiday outings and family gatherings as the holidays end. The parking lots at the Tri-Cities Airport in Pasco were at capacity on Christmas Eve, and the problem has eased somewhat, though it could still be difficult to find a spot if you plan to fly out in the next few days. According to the TSA, some of the busiest travel days are likely still ahead, and airports across the country are expected to be very busy on December 29th and January 1st. Navigation locks along the Columbia and Snake Rivers are being prepped for an 11-week closure by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Walla Walla District. Starting in January, the closures will allow routine maintenance to be performed and aging equipment to be replaced. Beginning January 14th, the McNary Dam, the Lower Monumental Dam, Little Goose Dam, and Lower Granite Dam navigation locks will be closed. These are expected to return to service by March 29th. The Ice Harbor navigation lock is also scheduled to be closed starting February 26th and return to service by March 22nd. The district says public vehicle crossings may also be suspended at Lower Monumental, Little Goose, and the Lower Granite Dams during work activity. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Stacy Lee joins us live now for another quick look at the weather.
That's right, we're tracking some fog and freezing fog in the area. That should improve, but we also have some gusty winds headed our way. It's all coming up in your first alert weather forecast.
Respiratory illness hospitalizations are on the rise across the U.S. as a new COVID variant rears its head. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things Christmas. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
2024 is the year of the dragon, and Legends Casino Hotel has a fire breather that can warm your wallet with cold, hard cash during our $120,000 Fire and Ice Fortunes. Don't be left out in the cold. Ignite your luck by using your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. And ride the Dragon of Fortunes to claim $3,000, $8,000, and $10,000 every Thursday in January. But don't let us drag on about it. Come in and win the $120,000 Fire and Ice Fortunes, only at Legends Casino Hotel.
A little over 10 years ago, my family and I decided to get involved with the Arc of Tri-Cities to work with the kids to have a good time. We would dance, we would do crafts. But what I didn't know getting involved is how much it would impact me and our families' lives. We're blessed to live here and to work with local nonprofits, so it's really important to support those in need. I'm John Inman, and I'm driving change at McCurley.
Get financing as low as 0.9% on the new Mazda CX-90 during Season of Inspiration.
Not being able to see up close can be frustrating. Introducing Eye Candy, the sweet new way to see everything bigger, brighter, and better than ever before. This lightweight, easy-to-hold magnifier utilizes an optical-grade lens that enlarges print by 300%. Yes, 300%. Embedded in Eye Candy's frame are 12 anti-glare LED lights that dramatically help increase clarity. It's a flashlight and magnifier in one. Lightweight and portable, Eye Candy is ideal for dimly lit restaurants. Read recipes, prescription bottles, or nutritional information. Order now to get your Eye Candy for only $19.99. But wait, there's breaking news. Eye Candy may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Eye Candy is shutting down and stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 Eye Candies per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-931-3546 or visit tryeyecandy.com. That's 1-800-931-3546. Order now.
From the first day I met Gary, I did say that this is a man I could marry.
There's hope that I have someone that I can enjoy the rest of my life with.
I took a chance with Gary. Now that I found him, I don't want to lose him.
She is what I've been looking for.
The Golden Wedding, live January 4th on ABC.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
When it comes to allergies, many people think they're seasonal, but allergies can be triggered year-round, most likely caused by indoor allergens as colder temperatures send people inside. An allergist with the Cleveland Clinic says the first thing you should do is figure out what's triggering your symptoms. Both artificial and real Christmas trees can cause allergy responses.
If it's a new tree, there might be some mold related to that. So when people bring that into their homes, that can be a problem. If you have an artificial tree, if it's been stored away, that too can have accumulation of mold and or dust mite allergies.
They say try a dehumidifier, regular cleaning, and wash pets to cope with winter allergies. Also use allergy-proof mattress and pillow covers. Keep allergy medications on hand like oral antihistamine sprays, nasal steroid sprays, or nasal antihistamine sprays and eye drops. High or very high levels of respiratory illnesses are being reported in many states all across the U.S., especially in the South, and flu and COVID-19 ER visits and hospitalizations are rising nationwide. CDC data says there's been a 200% increase in the flu, 60% increase in RSV cases, and more than 50% increase in the rate of COVID-19 spreading. This comes as a new COVID variant is spreading and vaccination rates remain low.
You want to make sure that you have that protection, that high quality mask, washing your hands, making sure you're updated on your vaccines, and always preparing for the highest risk person in the room.
New hospital admissions for the flu remain low. Washington currently has a moderate level of respiratory illness activity, while the CDC reports Oregon's level is minimal. Healthcare is more hazardous for patients at hospitals purchased by private equity firms, financing models designed to make money for investors. That conclusion comes out of a new study published Tuesday in the journal JAMA. The study took the rates of 10 serious adverse events associated with medical care at 51 hospitals before and after they were purchased by private equity firms. Researchers then compared those results with the rates of the same complications at more than 250 hospitals that were not owned by those entities. The study revealed there was a 25% increase in patient complications in private equity firm purchased hospitals. The study author says treating fewer patients eligible for both Medicare and Medicaid benefits is one trend the research found. Previous research has shown cuts to staffing and replacing more highly paid workers with those paid less is often tied to private equity firm acquisitions. Those firms have been acquiring large chunks of the U.S. healthcare delivery system in recent years, including hospitals, nursing homes, behavioral health systems, and private physician practices. Earlier this month, the Senate Budget Committee announced its bipartisan investigation of the impact of private equity purchases on healthcare facilities. Coming up, a missing pregnant Texas teenager and her boyfriend have been found dead in a car in San Antonio, and police are now treating the deaths as a murder case. And Stacey Lee will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on Rogue. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
Home design and remodeling can be overwhelming. At Premier Woodworks, we are with you throughout the entire project. Our in-house designers and project manager will help you design the space of your dreams. Whatever the size of project, Premier Woodworks will help maximize your space and turn your vision into reality. Visit our website, premierwoodworksllc.com, or stop by our newly remodeled showroom at 109 North Washington in downtown Kennewick.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia. Now $29,999. Plus, get 4.75% interest for up to 48 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
When it comes to your loved ones, you want the best care possible. Being home surrounded by the things you love is vital for quality of life. That's where affordable at-home care comes in. We offer personalized home care plans to fit your specific needs. And for all new customers, your first hour is always free. Our experienced, loving, and caring staff is dedicated to serving you. Call us today for a free consultation. At Affordable in Home Care, we do more than just visit.
Welcome to Solstice Senior Living, an all-inclusive independent living community in Kennewick. Here you'll find a quality dining experience where meals are served 3 times a day with multiple options to choose from. Solstice offers a variety of floor plans, includes weekly housekeeping, Wi-Fi, cable, and utilities. Solstice is a great place to meet amazing friends. Get on our bus twice a week and do some shopping. Call today for your free tour and you'll see why Solstice has been voted Best Independent Living in the Tri-Cities.
The chill of winter has always been warmed by the glow of tradition, which sometimes starts as a simple gift that is then passed from generation to generation. The holiday season gives us just one more reason to find joy in the little things. And as years fly by, we realize the true gift is actually in the time we get to share together. This season, as past gifts turn into today's treasures, here's to creating that one more cherished moment with the ones you love. Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, celebrating tradition since 1905.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on Rogue. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
Season's greetings from everyone at Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacey Lee.
And good Wednesday morning. Been tracking some freezing rain through the region. Just a slight Freezing rain down the lower valley through the Prosser area, Horse Heaven Hills. Kind of hit or miss, even out towards the Hanford area. So be aware of that. Could see some slippery roads. We've got that next system moving across, and that's going to bring some strong gusty winds later on. Plus, we're going to continue to see showers on the west side of the state with a little bit of rain showers on the west side moving over the mountains as a form of snow, and then we see rain and freezing rain in the lower elevations. So that's pretty much the setup. Let's take a look at our future cast. It's not showing a whole lot, but we are going to see those rain showers, and we have mixed precip here down through the Pendleton I-84 corridor, and that is also the area we're going to be focusing on sstrong gusty winds, more freezing rain through the region, and here comes that next band. Now, here's where we're going to see that snow this afternoon across I-90, Snoqualmie Pass at pass level, so some heavy snow at times today. If you do have to travel across the pass, make sure you check the pass reports. Mostly rain showers, though, as it spills over the Cascades into the lower elevations, and we'll see some scattered showers through our area. A little bit later this afternoon down the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, and those snow showers will start to taper off by early evening. We'll just see cloudy skies and more fog, unfortunately, in the area. Here's another little band of snow coming through overnight in the Cascade Crests, and then we'll see those cloudy skies. We kind of dry out on Thursday, a couple of scattered showers through the area, but not too bad. So unsettled for the next several days with more showers coming our way. More intense, though, this weekend. We'll see more mountain snow. We are tracking dense fog. We have a dense fog advisory for Pendleton and Walla Walla and any of those roads in between. Very low visibility this morning. We're seeing some light patchy fog in the Columbia Basin and dense fog once again in the Kittitas Valley. Now, here's our wind advisory. This is in place. Strong wind watch today. Again, we've got it to the south of Walla Walla, Pendleton, that I-84 corridor. That could be treacherous for high-profile vehicles today. We're talking winds of 60 to 65 miles an hour at times. Right now, it's 33 degrees on our Legends Casino Sky Cam. Not a bad-looking morning so far. Temperatures are going to be staying above our average right into the weekend, so nice and warm for this time of the year as we say goodbye to 2023. So look at those nice temperatures in the 40s. Here's what our daytime highs look like around the region. Yakima and Kittitas Valley, 30s and 40s today. Not too bad, but again, a little stormy, especially up across Snoqualmie Pass this afternoon. Look for temperatures in the mid-40s here in the Columbia Basin. Foothills of the Blues also seeing those 40-degree temperatures. And as far as tonight goes, we'll be once again chilly below the freezing level here in the Columbia Basin and a little bit above the freezing level, foothills of the Blues. Riley?
Her boyfriend have been reported missing. Days later, a major development and a growing mystery when it comes to what police will reveal. ABC's Andrea Fuji has the story.
This morning, what appears to be a tragic update in the search for a pregnant woman in Texas. The family of 18-year-old Savannah Soto says she and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, were found dead yesterday in a car outside a San Antonio apartment complex, 3 miles from Soto's home. But police are not yet confirming the identities of the victims.
It appears to be a very complex crime scene.
Soto, last seen near her home Friday, was 9 months pregnant and 1 week past her due date. Her family says she was scheduled to be induced at the hospital Saturday, but never showed up.
When I called her all morning, she wasn't answering. I was going straight to voicemail. And we went to the hospital anyways, and she was a no-show. And that's when I called the cops. She was so excited to have this baby. I mean, the house is already baby ready. She was so excited. She was going to be a mommy.
Officials releasing few details, also not confirming how the victims died.
But what we're looking at right now is a very, very perplexing crime scene. And detectives right now are looking at this as a possible murder, and but we don't know for sure.
Officials did say the bodies appear to have been inside the car for 3 to 4 days. According to court documents, Guerra was on probation for allegedly assaulting Soto on Christmas Day last year.
I wasn't fond of him because of when he put hands on my daughter.
The family is familiar with heartache. Soto's younger brother died in a shooting last year.
Her family says Soto wanted to become a nurse. Again, police have not confirmed the victims' identities, saying the investigation continues. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, an Arkansas man stumbles across a major find while walking through a state park. We'll tell you what he found next.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
3, 2, 1. New Year's Rockin' Eve is popping off with epic performances by Green Day, Janelle Monáe, Post Malone, Ludacris, 30 Seconds to Mars, New Jeans, and more. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest, live on ABC.
A new year calls for a new look. During the 4-day New Year super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and much, much more. Plus, make your cash go further with 6 years no interest. But don't wait. The 4-day New Year's super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
A little over 10 years ago, my family and I decided to get involved with the Arc of Tri-Cities to work with the kids to have a good time. We would dance, we would do crafts. But what I didn't know getting involved is how much it would impact me and our family's lives. We're blessed to live here and to work with local nonprofits, so it's really important to support those in need. I'm John Inman, and I'm driving change at McCurley.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Touchdown! Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. A jewel of a discovery at a park in Arkansas known for hidden treasure. A man visiting Crater of Diamonds State Park in Murfreesboro made a shiny find last spring. Jerry Evans was walking with his girlfriend when he spotted a jelly bean-sized object.
Now, originally he thought it was a piece of glass and pocketed it. Well, he later checked with a specialist and learned the object was a nearly 5-carat diamond. Now, that's the largest jewel discovered in the park in the last 3 years.
And park officials say people have found more than 75,000 diamonds at the park since the early 1900s. Crater of Diamonds got its name when a now dormant volcano erupted and brought diamonds to the surface. 75,000 diamonds. I want to know what's been done with these since.
I need to put that on my bucket list of places to go visit.
Definitely,
in the future.
definitely. And a 5-carat diamond, that is quite a lot. I don't know if I'd go around picking up spare pieces of glass around.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right, so this morning we're tracking some fog and freezing fog in the area, Riley. A little bit on the chilly side, 33 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. Not a bad looking morning, but I'll get to all of that coming up in your first alert weather forecast.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, President Joe Biden says the U.S. military carried out retaliatory airstrikes against Iranian-backed militia groups after 3 U.S. service members were injured in a drone attack in northern Iraq. And hundreds of migrants are being transported to nearby border towns to help relieve pressure on the Eagle Pass border crossing.
In today's Tech Bites, ads coming to Amazon Prime Video. Beginning January 29th, movies and TV shows on the service will be broken up with advertising. Amazon says it plans to have meaningfully fewer ads than other streaming services. You can stay ad-free by paying an extra $3 per month. Apple is seeking permission to start selling the latest version of its watches again after the Biden administration declined to intervene in a patent dispute. It had to pull its Apple Watch Series 9 and the Ultra 2 following a ruling that it infringed on a patent of a medical monitoring technology company. And a boost for food delivery apps in California. 2 major Pizza Hut franchises are laying off their in-house delivery drivers ahead of the state's minimum wage increase taking effect in the new year. That means customers will need to use third-party apps like DoorDash for deliveries. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Did you know there's a way to cut your dishwashing time by 50%? Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It removes 99% of grease and grime in half the time. Dawn Power Wash has 3 cleaning boosters not found in traditional dish soaps that remove food and grease 5 times faster. And because it cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products for counters, stoves, and even laundry stains. Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. Brand power helping you buy better.
The all-in-one and done symptom relief of Mucinex is delivered fast with DoorDash, so you don't have to leave the couch. Boom!
That was fast.
Mucinex, available on DoorDash. It's comeback season.
Students of any age, from anywhere, using our technology to power different ways of learning. So when minds grow, opportunities follow.
The United States military has carried out retaliatory airstrikes against Iranian-backed militias after critical injuries to 3 U.S. service members. And nonprofits at the southern border say authorities are transporting hundreds of migrants daily to neighboring border towns to relieve pressure in Eagle Pass.
And I'm tracking patchy freezing fog this morning. We have a high wind warning for Northeast Oregon today. We could see winds up to 60+ miles an hour. That's all ahead in your First Alert forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Thank you for joining us. It's
yes,
early, but get
it's
on
early
it.
And it's Wednesday. Yeah. And I went outside to my car yesterday after the show and my car was frozen.
That's
completely
right.
Frozen. Windshield, windows. It was cold yesterday morning. Are we going to be experiencing something similar today?
It's a little bit on the cold side. Temperature continues to drop this morning, but we're staying a little bit above the freezing level this morning, Riley. So let's take a peek outside on our Dust Devil Sky Cam. 33, so just above that freezing level in the Columbia Basin. It's a little cooler in other areas, and we have been seeing some patchy freezing fog this morning. Let's take a look at what's coming. We've got temperatures elsewhere, again, below the freezing level. Foothills of the Blues, Dayton at 29 degrees, 31 in Walla Walla. A little bit warmer in Yakima. Look at that, 37. So some areas, again, experiencing the fog and freezing fog and patchy freezing rain coming through the region. Let's see what we have in store for our daily planner. Look for that fog in the Yakima area. Should transition into rain showers. That fog will improve as we see the system come through the area, and then we'll see overcast skies in the afternoon. For the Tri-Cities, once again, that fog, a little overcast fog will start to move out as those winds come through and that weather system makes its way. And finally, a little bit of fog will start to lift later in the morning for Walla Walla. As we track strong gusty winds in the area, there's a high wind warning for Eastern Oregon that will impact the foothills of the Blues. So take it easy out there and get ready for the mixed weather that we are going to be seeing today. I'll have more in your First Alert full weather forecast. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Now we turn to tensions in the Middle East. The President Joe Biden authorized a retaliatory strike on targets in Iraq after U.S. troops were attacked during a drone attack. And experts say that oil and gas prices may be on the rise from other conflicts in the region. Liz Landers has more.
This morning, the U.S. strikes back at Iranian-backed militants in Iraq as tensions from the Israel-Hamas war continue to spill into the Middle East. President Joe Biden authorized the move after a Christmas Day drone attack on U.S. troops in northern Iraq struck 3, leaving 1 critically injured. Here's some of the damage from the 3 locations hit in the U.S. retaliatory strikes, which was condemned by the Iraqi prime minister in a statement.
This is very prevalent amongst the Iranians. It's how they conduct business. And it's very messy because they're using forces that sometimes don't actually take direct orders, but ultimately it's to push back against the influence of the United States.
There's still about 3,500 U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria to prevent a resurgence of ISIS, and the Pentagon estimates more than 100 attacks against U.S. personnel in the region since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. In a statement, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin saying he and President Biden, quote, will not hesitate to take necessary action to defend the United States, our troops, and our interests. There is no higher priority. It comes as a key shipping route in the Red Sea has also been attacked for at least the 16th time, despite the recent formation of a new American-led naval patrol group in the region. The U.S. blames Yemen's Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, for these continued attacks. Meanwhile, investors are keeping a close eye on oil and gas prices now on the rise, as are shipping costs. Oil prices are up more than 2% in the last 24 hours. And in the last week, gas prices are up 6 cents per gallon nationwide, but up as much as 16 cents in Florida. Still, prices at the pump are down nearly $2 over last summer's peak, according to AAA.
To show the extent of the problem, U.S. forces in the Red Sea say they shot down 17 drones and missiles fired by rebels in Yemen yesterday alone. Yesterday, a senior advisor to Israel's prime minister addressed ongoing discussions with the U.S. on the Israel-Hamas war. An important phase in those talks also came Tuesday as top Biden officials met with Ron Dermer, a confidant of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and part of Israel's war cabinet. A White House official says they discussed the need for Israel to focus on high-value Hamas targets, Israel's post-war plans in Gaza, and steps to improve the humanitarian situation and minimize harm to civilians. That harm shockingly apparent, with a World Health Organization official describing an unending flow of wounded patients at an overwhelmed hospital.
There's no way to keep up with the scale of injuries and trauma and suffering that's coming through these doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while this war is ongoing. This has to stop.
But on Monday, Netanyahu vowed a long fight ahead, and Israel's defense minister isn't giving any indication that his country's military is in any position to let up. In Texas, hundreds of migrants from the Eagle Pass area are being transported daily to other towns along the U.S. southern border. Tens of thousands of immigrants have arrived at Eagle Pass in the past few weeks, but centers that help the migrants are full. Catholic Charities of the Rio Grande Valley says it has been receiving 300 to 500 migrants a day for the past week, and the Val Verde Border Humanitarian Coalition reports it assisted more than 4,200 migrants last week. A coalition rep says the number of migrants entering at the U.S. border has long surpassed a breaking point. A senior U.S. Customs and Border Protection official says steps have been taken, including ramping up resources, to address the recent challenge the agency faced in Eagle Pass. Stacey Lee joins us now for a look at your weather forecast.
That's right. We've got partly cloudy skies, some patchy fog, and freezing fog in the area. Drive safe out there. Right now, 33 degrees. Your first alert full weather forecast is on the way.
On New Year's Day, 22 states will raise their minimum wage, giving nearly 9.9 million Americans a pay raise. We'll get into the financial impact next on Good Morning Northwest.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
The year 2023. High stakes, high emotion, high drama. Now tonight, it's the year 2023 with Robin Roberts.
Getting ready to kiss 2023 goodbye.
Tonight on ABC.
Enjoy nature with McBee Mountain being a short hike away, and return to Anilari, where every sip of wine showcases Washington's beautiful terroir. Try one of Anilari's house-made pizzas where creativity and unique flavors change seasonally to pair with their delicious full-bodied wines. Take in the views of Red Mountain and experience the true meaning of farm to table, showcasing the fruit of the land and their efforts. Make your reservation to visit Anilari Winery today.
Fred's has the best selection of dishwashers you'll find anywhere. Let Fred's experts help find the right one for you. Voted America's best dishwasher 5 years in a row, Bosch dishwashers keep improving. Bosch dishwashers offer a variety of loading options. Pots and pans are no problem. All Bosch dishwashers are on sale and 100% Energy Star certified. Enjoy sparkling dishes done quietly. Save big on Bosch dishwashers at Fred's 4th of July sale, going on now.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's traveling to the holiday family dinner in an efficient Accord hybrid, or heading to a hike to burn it off in a powerful CR-V hybrid. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
It's Monday Night Football on Saturday as Detroit takes on the Cowboys live from Dallas. The Lions battle the Cowboys, a special Monday Night Football. Watch Saturday starting at 4:30 only on Apple Valley News Now.
Season's greetings from everyone at Apple Valley News Now.
We turn now to the cost of living. As you know, it's been skyrocketing in recent years, but this January 1st, millions of Americans will get some help paying their bills. Not everyone is on board with the changes. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
With a new year comes new laws, and for many states, that means the minimum wage is going up. Beginning January 1st, 22 states will see their minimum hourly wage increase. In some states, the hike will be small, just 35 cents in Ohio. But in Hawaii, the minimum is raising by $2.
The impact of the increase in minimum wage, it just moves people closer and closer to out of poverty.
In New York, a split. The minimum hourly wage in the New York City area will rise by $1, while the rest of the state sees an 80-cent raise. But it's California that has generated the most headlines. Wages there are going up by 50 cents on January 1st. And then in April, fast food workers will see a far more substantial raise of $4 an hour.
557,000 people at 30,000 locations. This is a big deal. $20 an hour. 80% of the workforce in these fast food places, 80% are people of color. Two-thirds are women.
This is for my ancestors. This is for all the farm workers, all the cotton pickers. This is for them.
But the state is already paying the consequences. 2 large Pizza Hut franchises announced yesterday that they're eliminating their in-house delivery services, resulting in more than 1,200 drivers being laid off. Customers will now have to use third-party apps like DoorDash for deliveries. And Chipotle and McDonald's have said they'll be raising prices in the state to offset the higher labor costs. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
20 states are still at the federal minimum wage, which has been $7.25 an hour since 2009. Government stats show $1 today can buy only about 70% of what it could buy in 2009. Coming up, a 10-year-old Everett boy becomes a holiday hero after saving his family from a house fire just days before Christmas. And Stacy Lee will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It's the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event at your local Ford dealer. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles and get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. Only during the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event.
Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $87.50 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's dropping off presents in a sporty Civic or picking up a few for yourself in a fun-to-drive HRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Watch me. Watch me grapple, move, and pin. When I hit the mat, don't underestimate the grin. I've got state championships and medals to show. But it's about more than just winning. This you should know. Overcoming odds through therapy and care. The road was long. Now opponents beware. Watch me. Game-changing sports medicine at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
A little over 10 years ago, my family and I decided to get involved with the Arc of Tri-Cities to work with the kids to have a good time. We would dance, we would do crafts. But what I didn't know getting involved is how much it would impact me and our family's lives. We're blessed to live here and to work with local nonprofits, so it's really important to support those in need. I'm John Inman, and I'm driving change at McCurley.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Pasco Parks and Rec invites you to join in and get involved. They offer a variety of recreational classes and programs for all ages. Preschool to adult, there's a class, event, or program to keep you moving. Sign up now for January through April classes. Register, reserve, or inquire today. Join all the special events Pasco Parks and Recreation has to offer. Learn more at PascoParksandRec.com. Get fit, have fun, do more with Pasco Parks and Rec.
It's the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event at your local Ford dealer. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles and get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. Only during the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Tracking some freezing rain and even a little bit of snow and freezing rain between Yakima and Ellensburg this morning. Again, I-82 just before you get to I-90 is where we're seeing that impact. Some scattered stray showers through the Columbia Basin as well, just outside Benton City and in the Hanford area. Could be a little bit of a problem for our commuters out there. There's that system passing through, and that will continue throughout the day. It's kind of a shortwave system, and as it pushes in, the gradient gets tightened, and that's going to create some strong gusty winds, particularly in eastern Oregon. Let's take a look at our futurecast. Again, we're seeing those cloudy skies, overcast conditions, some rain and freezing rain developing here. And here comes another band of rain and snow. That snow showers right over I-90 at pass level with some mixed precip. So we're going to see some wet conditions in Yakima. The good news is we're above the freezing level this morning, so we should not see any snowflakes out of that. However, that will change though once you get over that Manistash Ridge heading towards Ellensburg, where we're going to see some mixed precip throughout the day. That's what we're seeing. We'll see those showers continue through the afternoon in the Columbia Basin. Then it'll start to break apart later tonight, and then we'll see some scattered snow showers coming across the Cascades, mainly staying to the west side of the state. Cloudy skies clearing up on Thursday with a random shower or two, mainly at the foothills of the Blues, until that next system starts to develop on Friday and into the weekend. We're tracking that dense fog through the Kittitas Valley, Cle Elum area between Ellensburg and Cle Elum. Looking pretty good in Prosser and Yakima right now. A little bit of fog in Tri-Cities. Dense fog, Walla Walla. There's a dense fog advisory till 7 o'clock this morning. Visibility of less than a quarter 1/4 mile. On top of that, we have a wind advisory till 10 o'clock tonight. Strong gusty winds in eastern Oregon. This I-84 corridor, we could be seeing wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. It's 33 degrees right now in our Legends Casino Skycam. We're going to see nice warm temperatures for the next 7 days, staying above the average by a few degrees in the Columbia Basin. Slightly warmer in Yakima. Look at that, 45. That's very warm this time of the year. Let's take a peek outside those daytime high temperatures. 30s and 40s for the Yakima and Kittitas Valley today. 41 Yakima, Sunnyside. In the Tri-Cities, we'll see temperatures 42 degrees. Hermiston also checking in at 42. Look at those temperatures near Dayton, nearly 50 degrees, almost unheard of and well above the average today. Let's take a quick peek at your temperatures for tonight. We're going to be down below the freezing level in the Columbia Basin and Yakima Valley, a little bit warmer for the foothills of the Blues. Here's that 7-day forecast in Yakima. Look for those foggy conditions with warm temperatures right into the weekend. Your Happy New Year there on Monday. 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, going to be foggy, slight chance of showers tomorrow, a little bit of chance of rain over the weekend, and it should be dry on New Year Monday. And our 7-day forecast for Walla Walla, also looking for some fog with some scattered showers possible through the weekend, but should be dry for Monday, your New Year's Day. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. A North Idaho musician is bringing a little tranquility to TikTok and making a name for himself in the process. He got on social media at the height of the pandemic, sharing scenic spots and music with people across the globe. Since then, he's gained nearly 10 million followers across multiple platforms.
My official musician name is Ethereal E, and then there's a nickname that people have given me that most people know me by is the Handpan Man. Hey, what's going on Instagram? I think the thing that continually blows my mind is seeing people watch from literally all over the world, even countries that I've never heard of before. And just, yeah, I see somebody comment saying they're watching from Nepal. I'm like, are you serious? Or watching from Africa, like what?
While he's sticking to North Idaho for now, Foote says his goal is to travel the world playing music. A 10-year-old Washington boy is being called a hero after he rescued his family from a house fire only a few days before Christmas. When smoke and flames began to move from the porch of the Limmer family's Everett home to the inside, 10-year-old Remy sprang into action.
I was like, Mom, Dad, there's a fire coming through the door, and then they rushed down really quick. It looked like a giant, gray ghost was about to get us. That was about to suffocate us.
The 10-year-old calmly led his little sister to their father, who brought them both to safety. The family says their smoke alarms did not go off during the fire. They were not able to save much from the house, but have been receiving donations. When we come back, a special charity is helping a few of man's best friends that may not be at the top of some people's adoption lists.
What have you got against tomatoes?
I don't know how anybody can eat those things.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
The Celebrity Jeopardy semifinals are here.
Like anything can happen.
Yes! You did good, but you failed me in the end.
Celebrity Jeopardy returns Tuesday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics, what is it going to look like, what does the food preparation look like. We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have. We try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're gonna show you how to hold a knife, we're gonna show you how to cut vegetables, we're gonna show you how to cut meat, we're gonna show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm gonna have my consistent 40 hours a week. And that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Next extra, Rob Lowe gets in on some game show action.
Let's light it up.
His new trivia gig with a twist and how he's gearing up for 2024, the year he turns 60. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Does anybody want my tomato? I don't know how anybody can eat those things.
You do know ketchup is made from tomatoes, right?
Apple Valley News Now holiday show, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health.
And let's take a look at our daytime highs. Now, you're going to see the fog and freezing fog continue this morning. That'll start clearing up a little bit later in the day. We're seeing some active weather in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Those temperatures, though, on the warm side, we're staying in the 30s and 40s. Moving into the Columbia Basin today, that fog will start to lift later on, just like the other areas, as we'll see winds starting to pick up in the afternoon. But nice warm temps in the low to mid 40s for the Columbia Basin. And then checking out the foothills of the Blues, it's going to be eventually nice and warm there. Look at Dayton, nearly 50 degrees today. That fog, though, pretty dense right now for Walla Walla, so do drive safe. We're down to about a quarter of a mile of visibility. Fog will start to lift as those winds start to come in later in the day.
All right. Well, so many hopeful doggies at this time of year are looking out the window, hoping for their new best friend to bring them to their new forever home.
That's right. All too often, those certain dogs are overlooked, but one couple is working to change that. Here's ABC's Danny New.
You want some belly rubs? At shelters, dogs in their golden years may not always be the first to get adopted.
They have extra medical needs and maybe a little more attention.
He's running! But what if those medical costs that usually accumulate with age were already covered?
All they have to do is love the dog, and we take care of the rest.
Hi! Hi! Kelly and Andy run a San Diego-based shelter called Frosted Faces Foundation.
Because senior dogs get like little white hairs.
Yep.
And basically, when you adopt one of the senior dogs at their facility, its medical costs, no matter how large, are covered for life.
These dogs do end up passing away, and then someone's like, sure, I'll get my next dog from you, because then I get a dog and I get free medical care.
Go find it!
Just looking all around.
Frosted Faces was born back in 2014. Kelly was working at a different shelter and was just very disappointed with how many senior dogs would either be put up for adoption or would never get adopted because of the expense.
Our shelter system, nationwide, there's a crisis going on.
Sit? Oh, that's very good girl.
But now, county shelters all over Southern California turn to Kelly and Andy to take those dogs that need a little more love. And 9 years later, Frosted Faces is helping between 500 and 700 a year get adopted.
Super rewarding.
However, that's not going to be enough for Kelly and Andy.
What are your goals for the future?
Our goal is to help more cats. Like that's a good direction to go in.
More nonprofits like these are popping up all over the country, but what makes Frosted Faces unique is that they have even added their own veterinary staff on site 2 years ago. So now all adopted dogs can just come back and visit when they need something.
That's a really great idea. I love that. Those older dogs need a little extra love and attention.
They do, and I love Frosted Faces. My husband